Just before we start the video, I'll do a quick safety check on this gun. She's empty. Okay, what I have for you today is my brand new STI Trojan in 38 Super. As you can see, it's a 6-inch, and everything on this gun is as it comes from the STI factory. This particular one came with a 6-inch bull barrel. You can get them with a bushing barrel. This one went with the option of a bull barrel. Full length guide rod, ambidextrous safeties. It's a steel frame gun. It comes with Coco Bolo grips. They're not very pronounced, but they have a little bit of grip on them. If you're doing IPSC, you might want to change them for something more aggressive. Comes with a plastic trigger. It's about the right size for me. I wouldn't mind going a little bit longer, but it's fairly good as it is. It also comes with a plastic mainspring housing that is checkered. That's quite aggressive. It's very well checkered and it suits the steel very, very well. Long term wise, I might look to change that out. The trigger guard comes scalloped, and this here is a little bit of checkering on the front there. It's not quite checkering. It's probably, you'd call it stippling, I guess. You wouldn't really notice it. It's not aggressive. It doesn't grip to your hand great, but it's fairly good for the kind of competitions I'm doing with it. You got your standard STI adjustable sights, and I bought this gun for NRA and metal silhouette shooting. For those two, I went with a longer barrel simply because I've had a few other standard length 1911s, and I wanted something a little bit different. I wanted to see if I can get extra velocity out of the rounds, and you certainly can. The trigger from factory would be in the 3-pound range, which is very nice. The slide is probably one of the smoothest slides I've ever felt, apart from a few race guns which are custom made by gunsmiths. When it locks up extremely tight, very little play. I've got about 500 rounds into this gun so far, and I've had very little failure to feeds. I think I've had one round play up, that's it, and that was probably my reloads that did that. The grouping that you'll get out of this gun, or that I have got out of this gun, is, on good days, about 2 inches at 25 meters. So these two groups here are reloads, 125, 4.9 grains of AP70. They're 2-inch groups. This here is factory, 130 Remington. That's a flyer, that would have been my fault, but this is just under 2 inches at 25 yards, and that's 9 shots in there. So you can do very well. I've taken this gun in 2 competitions so far, and I won them both, but that says more about the gun than myself. In Australia, I'm called a B grade shooter, so I'm certainly not the best, but it is good to win a competition every now and again. You'll get 2 magazines standard with the gun straight from STI. I went and bought a few 10-shot Checkmate magazines. I've also had some Kimber magazines I've run through this. It's run with everything. It's not fussy. It's very, very nice. You will find the slide or the front of the gun is a little bit front heavy. When you first pick it up, you'll notice that straight away. After a couple of days of shooting it, it becomes very natural. It's very, very pointable, and it actually seems to be very stable in your hand. I've shot it one-handed 25 meters, and I was able to land just about every shot in the black at 25 meters. If I do have a little complaint or two, it would be that it comes with plastic parts. So in Australia, to buy this gun, you'd look at about the $2,500 range. These plastic parts aren't bad, and I don't doubt that STI have done the research, and I bet they're just as good, but something in me wants metal parts. So what I might end up doing is changing these for metal parts. This here I'd like an extended release, simply because I have smallish hands, and to get to that release I'm just moving my position a fair bit. But other than that, you can't really put too much against this gun. It shoots as it should. For the price range, you can probably get the whole gun set up for just under $3,000 once you've got your magazines and your holster. But no, it is a beautiful gun. If anyone is thinking of buying one, I hope this video helps you in decisions. Feel free to leave a comment if you need any questions answered. But yep, go and get one. Beautiful gun.